Hello, my friends. Today, despite claims that the Russians are supposed to embark on a new spring-summer offensive, I would say they haven't stopped their winter one. Moreover, it seems they are actually preparing for new threats for the summer offensive, which may not even be along the front line. So currently, we are seeing intense battles in most directions. And let's start with the Bakhmut direction. Over the past day, there have been 20 attacks recorded here, indicating high activity. So after a brief preparation and reinforcement with the new reserves, they have actively begun storming Ivanivsk. They are once again breaking through to the outskirts of Chasiv Yar and have also started attacking the positions of the Ukrainian Armed Forces towards the village of Stupachki. All of this is not without purpose. They are attempting to move further towards Konstantinivka to create a more serious pivot point for Chasiv Yar. So this situation is extremely complex. Yesterday, the Ukrainian Armed Forces reported that the Russians attempted to break through with the support of 25 tanks.
Today, in the Bakhmut direction, the enemy tried to carry out a massive mechanized assault, using more than 25 units of equipment. Half of them were destroyed, the other half retreated. We are cleaning up the infantry. The guys have done an unrealistically hard job. I can't tell you more, I don't have the competence. Wait for detailed information from official sources.
Today, a large amount of equipment and infantry is also being used. And, as it can be seen, there is practically an offensive on Chasiv Yar today. So, they have enough forces to conduct assaults in the areas of Klishchiivka and Avdiivka. Although they are not achieving success, they are significantly complicating the situation along the front line. So, the shelling also continues at maximum intensity. They are trying to break everything so that the Ukrainian Armed Forces have nowhere to entrench themselves. So the situation is dire. Because today we cannot respond in any way. There is no aviation, no FABs either, and there is nothing to shoot down planes with as they walk from a distance. Tanks and armored vehicles are also in minimal numbers. Therefore, the Ukrainian Armed Forces are doing everything they can to maintain the defense of Chasiv Yar. In the Avdiivka direction, a large number of shelling continues today, and the occupiers are heavily shelling Novobakhmutivka, Semenivka, Berdychi, and Keramik, which the Russians themselves reporting strikes on the village of Berdychi from Santsipyok.
In Berdychi, on the northern outskirts, they defeated the Ukrovyaks with a thermobar from Solnsipek, partially processed the central street, where they had previously conducted reconnaissance in combat on several units of armored vehicles. Near the village of Amanskoy, between the Tonenki and Pansky ponds, they advanced 3 kilometers.
It seems they will attempt to advance in this direction in the near future, as they are actively firing at everything they can to force the Ukrainian Armed Forces to retreat. Further south, there are battles in the areas of Pervomaiske and Nevelske, but they have no success here and the front line remains unchanged. In the direction of Marinka, the occupiers have started storming Krasnohorivka and Georgiivka. And from Novomikhailivka, they have begun to break through across the fields towards the road leading to the village of Konstantinivka. So the situation there is complex. The occupiers are breaking through about 3.5 kilometers from the front line, and battles are already taking place in the fields. So we await the outcome of this new wave. But the front line remains unchanged over the past day. So today there is also a significant intensification in the Vuhledar direction. The occupiers have broken through to the village of Velyka Novosilka with a large number of troops. In this area alone, 19 assaults have been recorded over the past day, which is quite a lot for this direction. Additionally, battles are taking place in the areas of Staromayorsk and Urozhaine. Overall, the situation is complex, and the Ukrainian Armed Forces are doing everything possible to repel all attacks. And to dispel any doubts, I present the official statement of the General Staff confirming the attacks near Velyka Novosilka. So this indicates that the Russians are actually breaking through about 8 kilometers from the front line, which is significant. So they are using equipment and trying to advance across the fields to make a breakthroughs to our positions unexpectedly. So we await to see the outcome of this significant intensification. In the Zaporizhzhia direction, the activity is lower. So the Russians conducted 3 assaults supported by aviation in the area of Verbove, but they didn't succeed, and the front line remains unchanged, but shelling continues at the former rate. In the Kherson direction, attacks on the village of Marinka persist. However, as before, the Russians haven't achieved success here. Shelling on the right bank also continues, but Russian war correspondents report that they supposedly are not conducting assaults, and the shelling from the Ukrainian side is even more intense than from the Russians.
Today, no assault operations were carried out either in the area of Kharkiv or in the area of Rabotino. Sluggish artillery duels and drone fights continue. In general, we switched to a temporary defense of the Dnipro military unit. The lack of personnel, equipment and military talent of General Teplinsky is telling. In the photo, you are shown an infographic of the activity of our and enemy drones in the Kherson direction. Unfortunately, we are very much inferior to the enemy.
As evident, the Ukrainian Armed Forces are working seriously here to prevent the Russians from displacing them from the left bank. Therefore, this foothold is crucial for further advancement towards Crimea, and this territory is waiting for its time. Now, let's move on to the Siversk direction. And here, today, there is a significant intensification of Russian activity. Battles for Bilogorivka continue. Attacks in the area of Spearnet persist, and assaults on the positions of the Ukrainian Armed Forces in the area of Verkhnyo-Kamiansk have begun. So, yesterday's battles in the area of Vyimka were unsuccessful. The Ukrainian Armed Forces hasn't confirmed the occupiers' claims of a breakthrough, so we are waiting to see how events will unfold further. In the direction of Crimea, the number of attacks has also increased. Storms are reported in the area of Terny, and attacks on Yampolivka have resumed. Additionally, a large number of shelling continues across the entire frontline territory, but the frontline remains unchanged over the past day. In the area of Svatove, all Russian attacks on Avdiivka were unsuccessful, and no new activity is recorded today. But in the direction of Kupiansk, shelling continues, but no offensive actions are being taken as before, so we are waiting to see how events will unfold further. So today, shelling continues in border villages of Chernihiv, Sumy and Kharkiv regions. And again, new rocket strikes on Kharkiv were recorded yesterday evening. In the Russian territory, in the Kursk region, drones are also actively attacking, and there have been reports of fires. So also, in the first hour of the night, Russians reported a new massive attack.
After a night attack by drones in the Morozovsky district of the Rostov region, around noon, an explosive device detonated on one of the fallen UAVs, 8 people were injured. They conducted investigative actions at the site of the drone crash. The wounded were taken to the district hospital, where they are receiving medical care.
And today, the Russians are actively spreading fake news that people are leaving Kharkiv, trying to portray the city as deserted, so to make it seem like they've achieved their goal. However, it's all propaganda. And local residents are filming videos showing that everything is fine in the city despite the challenging situation. And that's all from me. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell to stay updated on all the latest news. Thank you for watching and see you next time. Bye bye.